Hey guys, Derek and Sally here, and today we are talking about transmission fluid services. This is one of those services that they actually do offer at every oil change that you go in for. And while we've been giving you all the secret intel of what you need to know about oil changes, this is one of those services that they offer that you actually should have done every 30,000 mile increment. So, Derek, take it away.
Hello, welcome back. This is Derek. A little information today about automatic transmission fluid services. We're going to cover kind of the basis. I know a lot of times when you go in for a service, sometimes they come out and show you all the different fluid services that need to be done. A lot of people will throw the transmission fluid service into, well, that must not be very important either. When we look at these fluids, the one that makes your car go, the one that has the most stress is, outside of the engine oil, the transmission fluid. This is the most overlooked fluid service that we come across. Typically, people won't bring a vehicle in for a transmission fluid service until they start noticing issues. They notice harsh shifting, or they'll notice a harsh downshift, or they'll notice the transmission try to hunt for a gear. Those kind of things typically mean damage has already occurred. In most cases, a transmission fluid service will not take care of that. It will prolong the life of your transmission from getting worse, typically, but it won't usually repair it. When are you supposed to do this? Typically, if you have a manual transmission, those do require service, but they last a lot longer before they do. They typically can be between 100,000 miles and higher. They don't create as much heat as an automatic, because the clutch is doing taking the heat and doing the transfer of each gear. In an automatic, the automatic transmission has clutch packs inside of it. These make that shifting happen smoothly through the help of the torque converter. So there's a lot of things that go on within the transmission that do create friction, that do there's dust that wears off the clutch packs. There's a lot of things that mix in with the oil, and that's how your transmission fluid can change from a nice light pink color to a dark red or even a brown color. These are telltale signs of how to check transmission fluid. Sometimes as technicians we can see when it's burnt. That usually means it has exceeded the temperature limit for a prolonged amount of time, and now the fluid is no longer lubricating anything. And that's where it begins burning things up. We recommend on front-wheel drive cars and some all-wheel drive transaxle style transmissions to service them every 30,000 miles. The manufacturers make them very simple to change. They typically have a drain plug, they have a fill procedure, and they call for a specific fluid. So they're usually not very expensive to do those. However, people are typically worried or scared that it's going to be a lot of money to do it and neglect that service. Those services are recommended every 30,000, and we see people coming in for those around 100,000. And those can cause a lot of problems in the far future. Now, trucks and SUVs will typically have a transmission pan that has a filter inside of it. And it is a little more labor. We're pulling the pan down, changing the filter, we put new fluid in it, new gasket. And those services cost a little bit more, but are still affordable. However, those are recommended every 60,000, unless you do severe towing. We do recommend you manufacture specific fluids. As manufacturers and engineers use very specific fluids to make a transmission be more energy efficient, that they can get better fuel economy, less friction, less heat, and these things are so important, but they're done based off of a fluid from that manufacturer. There is a lot of times a global ATF, automatic transmission fluid, meaning a fluid that can be used universally over a broad spectrum of many vehicles. Now, these fluids do meet the requirements. However, your transmission may or may not have been built for the increase in viscosity or the increase in additives or the lack thereof of additives. And so we highly recommend using the manufacturer specific ones. There's so many of them out there, but whoever your shop is, whoever you do your repair through, I recommend that you assure that they're using the correct fluids for your vehicle. That's what prolongs the life of your transmission.
We bought a vehicle a couple years back, a 2004 Lexus SUV. That vehicle had never had a transmission fluid service done. How did we know? Because when we bought it, it was shifting hard. When Derek checked it, the fluid was dark brown. That signifies it had never been done before. So he gave it 2 services back to back, and then he started to follow the 30,000 mile increment that we recommend. After doing that, and then after buying the vehicle, we have since put 80,000 miles on my vehicle, and it still drives the same and it still shifts the same. So just like Derek mentioned, it's not going to repair damage that has already been done to a vehicle you might buy, but it will prevent further damage and it will prolong the life of your transmission. Hey guys, Sally Tangmola here, and if you like that video, go ahead and push like and subscribe to our channel. Ring that little bell so that you get the notification every Wednesday when we post videos. Go ahead and leave us a comment below. Let us know what you thought. Let us know if you agree, if you don't agree. Let us know. We love honest opinions. Lastly, go follow us on Instagram. Our link is in the description, and we will see you guys next Wednesday.